Defiance rising. The Nemesis hung in Earth's orbit like a sliver of midnight, sleek, angular, and bristling with technology that made even seasoned fleet admirals uneasy. Commander Maya Chen stood on the observation deck, her reflection ghosted against the stars beyond. 20 years of service in the United Earth Defense Force had hardened her features, but couldn't hide the fierce pride in her eyes as she gazed at humanity's newest achievement. "Beautiful, isn't she?" Admiral Joe's voice came from behind, his footsteps echoing on the polished floor. Maya didn't turn. "She's more than beautiful. She's our future." The Nemesis represented 5 years of secret development, incorporating technologies the Galactic Council had repeatedly denied humans access to. Not stolen, reverse-engineered, improved upon, and pushed beyond what even the oldest spacefaring species thought possible. The quantum phase drive alone had been deemed too destabilizing for younger species by Council decree. "The Council's attaché is demanding another inspection," Zhou said, his voice tight with frustration. "They're citing Regulation 447B again, limitations on military vessel capabilities for non-founding species." Maya's jaw tightened. "Let me guess. They sent another Volteri observer." "Of course. They always send the ones obsessed with protocol." Since humanity's first tentative steps into the galactic community 70 years earlier, the Volteri had appointed themselves as Earth's mentors, a euphemism for keeping humans contained and controlled. The Council's founding species maintained their dominance through technological superiority and regulatory strangleholds disguised as safety protocols. "The Nemesis stays under wraps," Maya said. "Council regulations be damned. They've blocked our colony expansions 3 times this year alone. Meanwhile, the Draxus pirates keep hitting our outposts with weapons the Council claims are prohibited." "That's precisely why I wanted you as commander," Zhao smiled thinly. "The Nemesis launches tomorrow. Official designation, Deep Space Patrol Vessel, with capabilities that will make the Council soil their ceremonial robes," Maya added. The heart of the Nemesis was its adaptive defense matrix, a system that could analyze enemy weapons in real time and instantly reconfigure the ship's shields and countermeasures. Combined with the quantum phase drive that could make micro-jumps within a battle space, and the cascade resonance cannons that grew more powerful with each successive hit, the Nemesis wasn't just a warship, it was a statement. "Just remember," Zhao cautioned, "this is about protection, not provocation. Humanity needs breathing room, not war." Maya finally turned to face him. "Then why name it after the goddess of retribution?" Zhao's expression darkened. "Because sometimes protection requires a credible threat." The emergency alarm blared through the Nemesis 12 hours into its maiden voyage. Maya sprinted onto the bridge, officers scrambling to stations around her. "Report," she barked. Lieutenant Park's fingers danced across tactical. "Draxus raiding party, Commander. 3 heavy cruisers attacking the Proxima mining outpost. They've already taken out the defensive satellites." Perfect timing. The Nemesis had been running silent, systems in stealth mode as they tested capabilities beyond Council-approved parameters. "How long to intercept?" Maya asked. 3 minutes via standard drive," Park replied. Or 17 seconds with a quantum phase jump," Maya finished, "which the Council expressly forbids without prior authorization and supervision." The bridge fell silent. Every person there knew what was at stake. Using the quantum drive would confirm what the Council suspected, that humans had developed technologies beyond their maturity level. Maya settled into the command chair. Tactical alert. "Arm cascade resonance cannons, but keep them powered down. Lieutenant Park, plot a quantum phase jump to Proxima." "Commander," her XO, Commander Jackson, spoke quietly. "The Council is allowing pirates to slaughter our people while hiding behind regulations." Maya cut him off. "Execute the jump now." The Nemesis shuddered, reality blurring as space folded around them. The sensation lasted a heartbeat before they emerged above Proxima. the mining station's distress beacon pulsing frantically below. The Draxis ships, bulky and aggressive in design, were already attaching to the station's docking ports. They hadn't noticed the Nemesis yet. The stealth systems were working perfectly. "Target the lead vessel's engines," Maya ordered. "Minimal power. Let's see what these cannons can do." The first shot was precise, surgical, slicing through the Draxis ship's propulsion system like tissue paper. The pirates' response was immediate, their other vessels breaking off the attack to face the new threat. "Incoming," Park warned as enemy weapons fire streaked toward them. "Hold position," Maya commanded. "Let the defense matrix analyze their weapons." Impact. The Nemesis rocked slightly, but the shield grid glowed, absorbing and cataloging the attack patterns. "Matrix calibrated," the tactical officer announced. "Shields optimized against their weaponry." The next volley from the pirates washed harmlessly over the Nemesis. "Return fire," Maya ordered. Full demonstration. The Cascade resonance cannons sang, each blast building on the energy signature of the last. By the third shot, they were carving through Draxis armor like it wasn't there. The pirate vessels attempted to jump away, but the Nemesis was faster, executing micro-jumps to maintain position. Within minutes, it was over. 2 pirate ships disabled, 1 attempting escape with critical damage. "Let the last one go," Maya ordered. "They'll spread the word." As the bridge crew celebrated their first victory, a priority communication alert flashed on Maya's console. The message was encrypted, direct from Admiral Zhao. "Council monitoring satellites detected the quantum jump. Emergency session convened. The Volteri representative is demanding immediate surrender of the Nemesis for decommissioning." Maya closed the message, her decision already made. "Helm, set course for the Epsilon corridor. Maximum stealth." "Commander," Jackson questioned. "Those are contested territories. Neither Council nor Earth jurisdiction." "Exactly," Maya replied. "Because as of right now, the Nemesis is a rogue vessel. The Council has declared us illegal." The news spread across human colonies like wildfire. The Nemesis, Earth's most advanced warship, had been declared in violation of multiple Council technologies treaties. The formal declaration labeled it a destabilizing element that threatens galactic peace, language the Council reserved for planet killers and extinction-level weapons. Admiral Zhao stood before the Earth Defense Council, his expression granite. "They're demanding we hunt down our own ship and surrender both vessel and crew for Council justice." President Reyes leaned forward. "And if we refuse, then Earth faces sanctions, possible expulsion from Council protection." A heavy silence fell across the chamber. Expulsion meant vulnerability to the very raiders and hostile species the Council claimed to protect humanity from. "And what does Commander Chen say about all this?" Reyes asked. Zhao's face remained impassive. "She's gone dark. Following protocols for a scenario we discussed." "You planned for this," one of the counselors accused. "I planned for protecting humanity's interests," Zhao corrected. "The Nemesis represents our technological independence. The Council fears that more than any weapon." President Reyes studied him for a long moment. "Officially, Earth will comply with the Council's demands. We'll dispatch vessels to locate and apprehend the Nemesis." She paused, meeting Zhao's eyes with understanding. "Unofficially, those vessels might find themselves experiencing navigational difficulties." The Epsilon corridor was a labyrinth of asteroid fields and radiation pockets, perfect for a ship that needed to disappear. Maya had given the crew a choice: return to Earth via escape pods or stay aboard a vessel now branded as illegal. To her surprise, over 80% chose to remain. Council patrol detected, Lieutenant Park announced. "Volteri cruiser, heavy class. They're scanning the sector." Maya nodded. The Nemesis stealth systems were good, but the Volteri had been spacefaring for millennia. Their sensor technology was legendary. "Maintain silent running," she ordered. "Let's see how good their sensors really are." The minutes stretched into an hour as the Valtteri ship methodically swept the region. Just as Maya began to believe they might remain undetected, alarms flashed across the tactical console. "They found us," Park confirmed. "They're charging weapons." "Defense matrix active," Maya replied calmly. "But we're not firing first. Open a channel." The view screen flickered to life, revealing the austere features of a Valtteri commander. His silver-scaled skin caught the light as he regarded Maya with obvious disdain. "Human vessel Nemesis, you are in violation of Council Ordinance 775C. Power down your systems and prepare to be boarded." Maya met his gaze steadily. "This is Commander Maya Chen. We are in neutral territory conducting systems tests. We have committed no acts of aggression." The Valtteri's eyes narrowed. "Your ship's very existence is an act of aggression. You have incorporated restricted technologies above your species' clearance level." "Technologies we developed independently," Maya countered. "The Council doesn't own scientific principles. Your primitive species couldn't possibly have developed quantum phase technology without stealing it." The Valtteri sneered. "Surrender now, or we will demonstrate what a properly authorized vessel can do." The channel closed abruptly. Seconds later, the Valtteri ship fired, a barrage of energy weapons that should have crippled any standard vessel. The Nemesis shuddered but held. "Defense matrix adapting," the tactical officer reported. "Their weapons are losing effectiveness with each volley." "Should we return fire?" Jackson asked. Maya shook her head. "Not yet. Let them exhaust their options first. I want complete data on their capabilities." The Valtteri continued their assault, growing increasingly desperate as their weapons failed to penetrate the Nemesis's evolving defenses. Finally, they launched what appeared to be their last resort, a phase-lock torpedo designed to bypass traditional shields. "Intercept that torpedo," Maya ordered. "Use the resonance cannons at minimum power." The torpedo detonated spectacularly, well clear of the Nemesis. In that moment of the Valtteri's surprise, Maya made her move. "Execute microjump. Position us directly above their command section." The Nemesis vanished and reappeared with surgical precision, now looming over the Valtteri cruiser like a predator. "Now," Maya said calmly, "open a channel." The Valtteri commander appeared again, his composure noticeably cracked. "This is your only warning," Maya told him. "The Nemesis was built to protect human interests. We have no quarrel with the Council or its members, unless they threaten our people. Return to Council space. Tell them what you've witnessed." "The Council will never allow." "The Council," Maya interrupted, "just discovered they can no longer enforce their will through technological superiority alone. Times are changing. Either the Council changes with them, or it becomes irrelevant." She signaled to cut the transmission. "Prepare another quantum jump," she ordered. "Let's see how far this ship can really take us." As the Nemesis prepared to depart, Maya gazed at the stars beyond. For the first time in human galactic history, they weren't just surviving among the stars. They were claiming their place in them. The Council had declared the Nemesis illegal because it represented something far more dangerous than a powerful warship. It represented freedom. The reckoning. 3 weeks since the confrontation with the Valtteri cruiser, and the Nemesis had become the most hunted vessel in the galaxy. Council forces had established blockades at key transit points, methodically narrowing the search area. Meanwhile, across human colonies, the ship had become a symbol, defiance cast in metal and technology. Maya studied the tactical display, the blue glow illuminating her tired features. They'd been running on minimal crew rotations, never staying in one place for more than a few hours. The Nemesis's revolutionary systems were holding, but the human element was beginning to fray. "We have a problem," Lieutenant Park said quietly, approaching the command chair. "The quantum phase drive needs recalibration. Without proper dock facilities, we can't maintain optimal performance." Maya nodded. She'd anticipated this. Advanced as it was, the Nemesis had been rushed into service before all its support infrastructure was complete. "What about Outpost Sigma?" she suggested. It's technically an independent research station, not under Council jurisdiction. It's also known for black market connections, Commander Jackson added from his station. High risk of information leaks. We're running out of options, Maya replied. Plot a course, maximum stealth. We'll approach from the shadow side. As they set the new course, a priority alert flashed across the comms system. A tightly encrypted signal using Earth Defense Force protocols. It's from Admiral Joe, the communications officer announced, surprise evident in her voice. The message was brief. Council fleet gathering at Arcturus node. 12 ships, including 2 Draconid-class destroyers. Rumors of new weapon designed specifically to counter the Nemesis. Trust no one. Earth officially condemned your actions. Unofficially, your success forces the Council to reconsider humanity's status. Keep moving. Maya processed this information silently. The Arcturus node was less than 2 light-years from their current position. Too close for comfort. Change of plans, she announced. We're not heading to Sigma after all. Commander, Jackson questioned. The Council is gathering a specialized fleet. That suggests they have intelligence on our movements. She stood, addressing the bridge crew. Someone is tracking us, which means we need to do something unexpected. She pointed to an area at the edge of the tactical display. Here, the Morrigan Nebula. Murmurs rippled through the bridge. The Morrigan Nebula was notoriously dangerous. A swirling mass of radiation and uncharted debris fields that even the most advanced navigational systems struggled with. The nebula will mask our energy signature, Maya explained, and it's the last place anyone would expect us to go. For good reason, Jackson said. Those radiation levels would cripple most ships. Maya smiled thinly. Most ships aren't the Nemesis. The adaptive defense matrix can reconfigure to shield against radiation as easily as weapons fire. It's time to see what this ship is really capable of. The Morrigan Nebula enveloped the Nemesis in swirling clouds of emerald and violet. Radiation alarms chimed across the ship, only to fall silent as the defense matrix adapted, creating a protective bubble around the vessel. All systems holding, Park reported, though the strain in his voice betrayed his surprise. Radiation levels within tolerable parameters. Maya allowed herself a moment of satisfaction. The Nemesis was performing beyond even her expectations, but their reprieve was short-lived. Commander, I'm detecting unusual energy signatures deeper in the nebula, the sensor officer called out. Definitely artificial, but I've never seen patterns like these. Survivors of the nebula, Jackson suggested, or someone else hiding, Maya countered. Approach with caution, passive sensors only. As they ventured deeper into the nebula's swirling chaos, the energy signatures clarified. 3 vessels of unknown configuration, powered down but definitely active. They're arranged in a defensive formation, Park observed, protecting something. Before Maya could respond, a new voice cut through their communication system, speaking perfect standard, but with harmonic undertones that no human vocal cords could produce. Earth vessel, you have entered protected space. Your adaptive shielding technology is impressive, but we've been tracking you since you entered the nebula. State your purpose. Maya exchanged glances with her officers before responding. This is Commander Maya Chen of the vessel Nemesis. We're seeking temporary sanctuary from Council forces. A pause. Then, Council forces pursuing the human ship. How unexpected. The Voltaire's pets usually stay obediently within their designated territories. The mockery in the voice was unmistakable. Whoever these nebula dwellers were, they held no love for the Council. We're not anyone's pets, Maya replied evenly. Hence the pursuit. Another pause, longer this time. When the voice returned, it had lost its mocking edge. Approach coordinates are being transmitted to your navigation system. Any deviation will be considered hostile. Your reputation precedes you, Nemesis. We are curious. The transmission ended, and coordinates appeared on the helm display. It could be a trap, Jackson warned. It probably is, Maya agreed. But right now, an unknown potential enemy is preferable to the Council fleet we know is hunting us. Proceed to the coordinates, but keep the resonance cannons on standby. The nebula parted to reveal something no human had ever documented. A massive structure suspended in space, angular and ornate, its surface pulsing with the same strange energy they'd detected from the defensive vessels. It's a station, Park breathed. But the architecture, it doesn't match any known species in the galactic database. Maya studied it closely. Because they're not in the database. They're hiding, just like us. A docking bay opened like a wound in the station's side, and the Nemesis was guided in by tractor beams more sophisticated than anything Maya had encountered. As they settled into the dock, external cameras revealed their hosts for the first time. Tall, willowy beings moved with fluid grace, their iridescent skin shifting colors in patterns that seemed almost like communication. Their features were vaguely insectoid, with multiple eyes arranged in complex patterns across face-like structures. Ceruleans, Jackson whispered. I thought they were extinct. Maya's head snapped toward him. You recognize this species? He nodded slowly. From classified historical archives. The Ceruleans were once a major power, pioneers in adaptive technology. The official record states they were wiped out in a natural disaster 3 centuries ago. Yet here they are, Maya noted, very much alive and hiding in a nebula the Council warns everyone away from. Interesting coincidence. A delegation of the aliens approached the Nemesis's airlock. Maya assembled a small team. Herself, Jackson, Park, and 2 security officers. Standard first contact protocols, she instructed. But be ready for anything. The airlock cycled, and they came face to face with the Ceruleans. Up close, their shifting skin patterns were mesmerizing. Complex mathematics expressed in living color. One stepped forward, taller than the others. I am Nexus, speaker for the remnant. You are the first humans to discover our existence in 300 years. Maya bowed slightly. Commander Maya Chen, thank you for your hospitality. Necessity, not hospitality, Nexus corrected. Your ship's technology suggests something that interests us greatly, that the Council's stranglehold on advanced development is weakening. Maya chose her next words carefully. The Nemesis incorporates several technologies the Council considers restricted. Technologies they stole from us before orchestrating our supposed extinction, Nexus stated flatly. Your adaptive defense matrix bears the unmistakable signature of Cerulean principles. Principles we developed millennia before the Volteri claimed them as their own. The revelation landed like a physical blow. The cornerstone of the Nemesis's revolutionary capabilities, stolen technology, not just regulated. We reverse-engineered the principles from Volteri defense systems, Maya explained. Our scientists pushed beyond their original applications. Nexus's skin rippled with patterns that might have been amusement. Of course you did. Humans have always been resourceful. It's why the Council fears you almost as much as they feared us. Why did the Council target your species? Jackson asked. For the same reason they restrict humanity now. Nexus replied. We refuse to be contained. The Cerulean Collective spanned 27 systems when the Council decided we had grown too powerful, too independent. The natural disaster in your records was a targeted genocide using a weapon the Council had forbidden to all others. Maya felt ice in her veins. You're saying the Council wiped out an entire civilization to maintain control. Not entirely wiped out, Nexus corrected. We are the remnant. And for 3 centuries, we have been preparing. Preparing for what? Maya asked, though she suspected she knew the answer. For the moment when another species challenged the Council's authority, Nexus's shifting colors intensified. For an alliance that could finally bring balance to a galaxy too long dominated by species who believe age grants them the right to dictate the evolution of all others. With a gesture, Nexus opened a doorway leading deeper into the station. Come, there is much to discuss, Commander of the Nemesis. beginning with how your ship's existence has accelerated a plan 300 years in the making. The Cerulean Command Center pulsed with living technology, systems that seemed to breathe and think in harmony with their operators. On a massive central display, Maya saw the Council fleet Zhao had warned them about, ships moving into formation around the Arcturus node. 12 vessels, Nexus confirmed, including the Judgment of Ages, a Draconid-class destroyer carrying a prototype resonance disruptor specifically designed to counter your ship's capabilities. "How do you have this intelligence?" Maya asked, astonished by the level of detail. "The Council believes they eliminated us. They never considered that we might have agents among them, individuals with modified physiology who have infiltrated key positions over generations." Maya studied the tactical display, mind racing. "They're preparing a trap. But they don't know we're here." "Correct," Nexus affirmed. "They believe you are still seeking sanctuary at outposts along the Perseus Arm. Our intelligence suggests they will begin a sector-by-sector search pattern within 26 hours. 26 hours, Maya echoed. Not much time to prepare a defense. Nexus's skin rippled with what might have been amusement. "Who said anything about defense, Commander? The moment of reckoning approaches. The Nemesis will not face the Council fleet alone." With another gesture, Nexus expanded the tactical display. Beyond the nebula, previously invisible to their sensors, dozens of cerulean vessels waited, ships with the same fluid, organic design as the station. "The remnant fleet," Nexus explained. 3 centuries of hidden construction. Technologies the Council believed died with us. Combined with your Nemesis, we will show the galaxy that the age of Council dominance is ending." Maya stared at the assembled fleet, possibilities and dangers racing through her mind. "This goes beyond escaping pursuit. You're talking about open war with the Council." "Not war," Nexus corrected. "Revolution. The Council maintains power by keeping species divided, dependent, and technologically limited. Your ship proves humanity has broken that chain. Others will follow, but only if the Council's military supremacy is challenged." Maya thought of Earth, of colonies struggling under Council restrictions, of the pirates allowed to prey on human outposts, while bureaucrats cited regulations to prevent effective defense. "If we do this," she said slowly, "there's no going back. Earth could face repercussions." "Earth faces repercussions already," Nexus countered. "How many colony applications denied? How many technological advancements suppressed? The Council is not a benevolent guardian, Commander. It is a prison for species with the potential to become equals." Maya turned to Jackson, seeing her own conflict reflected in his eyes. "Contact Admiral Zhao," she decided. "He needs to know what we've discovered, and what we're about to do." The Nemesis emerged from the Morrigan Nebula like a blade unsheathed, its hull gleaming with modifications courtesy of Cerulean technology. Behind it, invisible to standard sensors but present nonetheless, the remnant fleet moved in perfect formation. The Council forces at Arcturus reacted immediately to the Nemesis' appearance, ships pivoting into attack positions with practiced precision. "They're powering weapons," Park reported. "The Draconid destroyer is moving to the center of their formation." Maya nodded, her decision made. "Open a channel to the Council fleet." The view screen flickered, revealing a Volteri admiral, his silver scales polished to a ceremonial shine. Beside him stood representatives from 3 other Council founding species, a united front against the human interloper. "Nemesis," the Volteri began, "your reckless defiance ends today. Power down and prepare to be boarded, or face the consequences of your continued violations." Maya met his gaze steadily. "This is Commander Chen. Before you make threats you can't enforce, I suggest you scan the nebula behind us. Really scan it. Your sensors will need recalibration to see what's there." Confusion flashed across the Volteri's features, quickly replaced by suspicion. He conferred briefly with officers off-screen before his expression shifted to one Maya hadn't seen on a Volteri before. "Fear. Impossible," he whispered. "The Ceruleans were extinct." Maya finished for him. Much like human compliance, that assumption has been greatly exaggerated. She leaned forward. Here's what happens next. The Council will lift all restrictions on human technological development and colonial expansion. You will acknowledge humanity's right to defend itself with whatever means it deems necessary, and you will reveal the truth about the cerulean extinction to the galaxy. The Valtteri's scales flattened against his skull, a sign of aggression. You dare dictate terms to the Council. One illegal ship and a handful of specters won't change the order of the galaxy. The Judgment of Ages carries weapons specifically designed to neutralize your vessel's advantages. Perhaps, Maya conceded, but can it neutralize these as well? On her signal, the cerulean fleet decloaked, dozens of ships appearing as if from nowhere, surrounding the Council forces in a perfect sphere of advanced technology the galaxy had thought lost forever. The Valtteri admiral's composure shattered completely. This is an act of war. No, Maya corrected him. This is an act of balance. For too long, the Council has maintained peace through suppression rather than cooperation. That era ends today. She nodded to Park, who activated a special communication frequency. We're broadcasting this conversation to every colony, outpost, and homeworld in Council space. The truth about how the Council maintains its power, through genocide and suppression, will be known to all. The Valtteri's eyes widened. You can't. We already have. Maya interrupted. Now you have a choice. Open fire on us, demonstrating to the galaxy that the Council would rather destroy those who challenge it than evolve. Or stand down and begin a new chapter where technological advancement isn't controlled by species who achieved it first, but shared for the betterment of all. Silence stretched across the void as the Valtteri conferred urgently with his counterparts. Finally, he faced Maya again, his demeanor transformed from arrogance to fragile diplomacy. The Council requests time to consider these developments. We propose a ceasefire and immediate diplomatic talks. Maya exchanged glances with Jackson, who nodded slightly. Agreed, she said, but the Nemesis and the Cerulean fleet remain deployed until formal agreements are signed. We've seen how easily the Council breaks its word when convenient. As the communication ended, tension visibly drained from the bridge crew. Park let out a breath he seemed to have been holding for minutes. Did we just change the course of galactic politics with a single standoff? He asked incredulously. No, Maya replied, gazing at the Council ships now maintaining a respectful distance. We changed it by refusing to accept limitations imposed by fear. Her console chimed with an incoming message, Admiral Zhao, his expression a mixture of disbelief and pride. Chen, what the hell did you just do? He demanded. The Council Diplomatic Corps is in chaos. Earth is receiving formal apologies and offers of technological exchange programs. Zhao shook his head. The Nemesis was supposed to protect Earth's interests, not reshape the power structure of the galaxy. With respect, Admiral, Maya replied. That's exactly what it did. The most powerful defense isn't a weapon. It's proving you can't be controlled. As the Nemesis maintained its position, surrounded by the once extinct Cerulean fleet, Maya knew this was only the beginning. The galaxy was about to change in ways the Council had feared for centuries, and humanity would help lead the way.